started streaming. Tyson George, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
Sure, it's great to be here.
As anyone who's watching this can see, we have a little bit of a bizarre visual situation going on. The cameras are just not working. We faced
It was horrible.
myriad of technical difficulties. And
It
so
was like everything decided to go to shit all at once.
yeah. And so now we're just in this like blank monochromatic, dream universe.
Yeah, just pretend that this was filmed in the 1920s and it's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like an innovative art film.
Yeah, innovative.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Innovative,
Mhm.
yeah.
Trailblazing.
That's the fucking word. Trailblazing.
So, what's life been like? Sorry for the broad question. But
Oh man, I'm working. I'm doing a lot of auto stereo install. Like, pretty much the crew that I run with right now. It's like the first two Fast and Furious movies where you just drive fast cars, crash fast cars, get into trouble, tune fast cars. Yeah, just shit like that.
okay.
Yeah.
That's legit. Yeah. See, we were having such a great conversation right
Yeah,
before the
no.
show.
I swear to God, guys. So before this was happening, we just didn't shut the fuck up to each other because everything was breaking, and so it just kept starting a brand new conversation. And now that everything's
results in me like yelling at technology
and
yeah. Me
and-
getting mad. Have you ever shaken a computer? Like really just taking the monitor and just going out of anger?
I mean, I've personally beat computers with sledgehammers. That's usually how I take out my anger. I just sledgehammer plus object that I'm mad at usually.
Yeah, when
does
you're
the trick.
editing a video and it's just slowing down and you're just not doing what you want it to do.
Oh yeah, well I mean, especially when you're just almost done, you have just a few more minutes, break the shit out of it.
Oh yeah. It's
Obviously.
I do believe that computers need to be punished.
Oh yeah, the satisfaction of breaking your computer instead of actually completing your project that you're working on is so much more satisfactory.
The project was gonna suck anyway, is my philosophy.
Exactly. Who gives a shit if you get an F on the final? You know?
You can just show him a really satisfying video of the computer being destroyed.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy that graduated already. I don't gotta worry about that shit anymore.
Yeah. You got a graduation ceremony. Congratulations. Whoop-de-doo. Class of 2019.
Yeah, shout out class 2019.
Shout out class of 2019. Actually got to like all be in a general area together when they graduated.
Yeah. Poor 2020, man. Y'all really got the short end of the stick on that one.
God was very angry with us.
Oh, yeah. Well, he said 2020. You guys are just a bunch of... well, yeah, it's class 2020. What do you expect?
Yeah. My interpretation of this whole coronavirus thing is that there are too many sinners in the world. And we need to repent because God is engaging his wrath upon us.
I think it's just because some dumbass ate a bat in China.
No, but God made that dumbass be enough of a dumbass. He dumbed his ass to make him eat the bat because God decided that there's too much sinning going on. Like, I'm a sinner, we're all sinners.
Yeah, God's sitting up there in heaven on his throne. He's like, too much sin. This fucking idiot's gonna eat a bat.
Yep. Why would you eat a bat? It's like they're known for having lots of diseases.
You know what? I just recently saw a video of this Chinese guy. Because supposedly, you know how like animals can't catch coronavirus,
except for bats.
Well, I meant like fucking dogs and house cats and shit. Like shit that you actually want to be around. Not
okay. You know, my mom has a bat box in the front yard. My mom wants to like have bats. So
I would burn that right now.
What's wrong with bats? I like bats are cool.
Bats are great until you eat them.
Yeah, but we're not going to eat them. We're just going to they're just going to eat mosquitoes and stuff. It's going to be cool.
Apparently God didn't get to you with the dumbass sinner analogy because you're just not going to eat the bats.
No, we're not going to, because we learned from our fallen brethren, you know?
Yeah. Fallen brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it a girl too that ate that bat?
I don't know what we know about Patient Zero.
Except that they're a dumbass sent by sin because of God.
Maybe they were desperate. Maybe they were hungry, and they bat was their only. It was the cheapest thing at the wet market, and
they couldn't have picked up some tentacles or some shit.
I don't know. Tentacles are probably more expensive than bat. Who's to say?
Welcome to the racist episode of the Frank Hurley Show.
Well, how is this racist?
I just mentioned like eating tentacles and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're getting them mixed up. So tentacles are in hentai, and hentai is Japanese, not Chinese.
I'm more of an Asian street meat kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that depends on what type of Asian we're talking about. You're gonna have
If you spend
variety.
any time on X videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh. Okay. Well, I just exonerated myself by being confused.
Yeah, you really did. I know for a fact. So you guys can't tell because this bullshit's in black and white, but these are 3D glasses. So
Yeah. You had to ruin the illusion.
This one's red and this one's blue. I'm most likely not going to be able to see straight nor think straight by the end of this podcast.
So that's assuming that you were able to think straight prior to this podcast.
You got a good point there, actually.
Yeah. But
At
now
least my seeing was all right.
Yeah,
Now
your sight
it's
was fine.
Little fucktoids, but
now your eyeballs are just going to be going different directions all the time.
yeah. Wait, hold on. How do my eyes look right now?
Normal?
We're not there yet, boys. All right, we're getting there.
Yep,
though.
we've got to get in deeper. So
So anyway, like back to what I was saying about this whole saw video thing. This fucking guy was boiling a dog alive. Boiling a dog alive. I kid you not.
okay.
So apparently he didn't realize that the coronavirus couldn't like get to animals or something. Like I said, fact check me if I'm wrong. This is all bullshit I found on social media.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. And so he was boiling the dog to boil the virus away before he could eat the fucking dog. I will show you the video.
I don't want to see the video. That's not a video that I can stomach.
But you can stomach bonobos.
Well, that depends. What do you mean? Like I can look at a bonobo and think, hey, that's a bonobo.
Would you watch a bonobo do bonobo things?
It might be kind of interesting.
Yeah, let's be honest. I
Yeah,
definitely would.
yeah, why not?
You know that there's actually a bonobo section of a sex related series on Netflix.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can go on
Enlighten me.
Netflix watch bonobos.
Watch bonobo, but like how explicit is the bonobo photography?
You ever see Two Girls One Cup?
I actually never saw Two Girls One Cup.
You ever seen anything on Best Gore?
I
like-
remember back in middle school or something you would talk about Best Gore. I've never gone on
I
that
was
site.
a fucked up 8th grader. It's like that, but with with chimps fucking themselves.
Bonobos.
Yeah, doing bonobos. It's
Yeah.
bonobos doing bonobo stuff.
Bonobos doing bonobo stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for those of you who may be confused, and I hate addressing the audience, it seems so cheesy, but Tyson and I have known each other literally since I was basically born.
Yeah, you were 1.5 and I was about to be 3.
Yeah. And we went to the same church, and then we wound up going homeschooling through the same charter school for a while.
Yeah.
So, we go way back.
We've known each other for a long fucking time.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of interesting because we kind of just know each other through circumstance.
Yeah.
It's like we're
that's
old enough
true.
friends where it's not we're friends because we wanted to become each other's friend. It's just like these are your friend when you're that young and you don't
Yeah.
make decisions for yourself. It's like
Exactly.
these are your friends.
Exactly.
So
I mean, back then we were like either on the exact same page or on 2 completely different books. Too.
Yeah.
Like if we saw eye to eye, we saw eye to eye like the entire time. If we didn't see eye to eye, it was like Superman versus Batman. Like it was like arch nemesis versus fucking arch nemesis. Like it was terrible.
yeah, we've gone through bouts of mutual hatred.
Oh yeah,
One could say.
Well, one thing that we were talking about while all the technical difficulties were going down was just the fact that, if Frank had an idea, I only thought it was a good idea when it crashed and burned, and he had like a mental breakdown about it. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I was a terrible person. I was.
Yeah, I mean, we all were.
Yeah, that's true. Like
Yeah.
you definitely had your moments, but I was fucking horrible. Like.
Yeah, it's like
Jesus.
something, the funniest thing possible is me getting tormented by something going wrong.
Yeah.
And my idea's not working out. That's always better than my idea. So it's like, well, the behind the scenes of the video is way better than the real video because I'm just freaking out the whole time. And because I was a very easily agitated kid.
Yeah. Should we talk about fourth grade and then the fifth grade talent show? Do you remember fifth grade?
I do remember the fifth grade
the
talent show.
fifth grade talent show was amazing.
I was proud of it.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
But
remember the emceeing the talent show?
Oh, me and you when we were just at each other's throats the whole time?
No. I'm talking about the years and years before that when I told your mom, who was like in charge of the talent show, hey, I want to MC the talent show. And then I never did until seventh grade.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was seventh grade because it was my eighth grade and we did it together and we were just us was better than the whole fucking talent show.
Exactly, because like we put in some time to think. What are our little skits and different acts
we
gonna
rehearsed it too. I mean, and like the biggest thing, and people knew about this. The biggest thing that we had was you were Brain and I was Braun, and it was always a battle of like which one was better. Yeah, we never really thought to put those two together. It was always like I'm better because I'm stronger. I'm better because I'm smarter. And that was us, so that's what we based the skits on the talent show on.
And that kind of forced us in general to compartmentalize, not compartmentalize, that's the wrong word. To just like, almost caricature ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So to differentiate ourselves from each other, right?
Well, I don't know if you can remember, but do you remember when Digital Nest was at the original spot over there by Home Depot, and we actually started a video where like I would try to do a math problem and just be like losing my shit, or you would try and do push-ups and just be losing your shit, and it'd be the exact opposite for like if I were to do the fucking push-ups, you would do the math problem. Yeah. It was probably one of the stupidest things we ever tried to do.
It's such low level. Well, I do something I'm bad at. You do something you're bad at. But you do good at the thing that I'm bad at.
Yeah, it was just
genius level comedy.
Yeah, it was real. I think we were just bored off our ass one time, and we were like, "Mommy, Daddy, drop us off here. Now we have something to do." Like, there was just it was stupid. Granted, though, I could say that about Shotguns and Mellow Things, Monster Chickens.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck were we thinking with that second?
I don't
Monster
know.
Chickens?
If you serious question. If you have a kid and they're like, I want to make videos, will you let them before like age 14? Because you just know that shit's gonna be the most cringe material.
I would, because I believe I would look at my kids' work the way I used to look at your work, and just admire their dire downfall because I know that it's only making them better.
But like you want him to get to have fun and make stuff, but you would have to like hide those files from the rest of the world, because for their own sake, by the time they're 15, 16, they're not going to want anyone to see the videos they made when they were 11. Yeah. I feel like I would never point blank embarrass my kid, but I'd always keep him in check with an embarrassing like reminder. Yeah, it's like blackmail. This thing that you made will be used against you.
Yeah, like blackmail.
Like the amount with the files that I could dig up from videos that we made or videos that you made, videos that I made. There's so much blackmail material.
We have each other by the balls 100% on that one. Yeah.
I mean, I will pretty much wind up doing anything for you if you're like, Frank, I have monsterchickens2.mp4 on my computer. I will post it to YouTube.
Frank's like, all right.
You could get me to do so much.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't want to do anything.
I can't. It's just some jokes are just too fucking obvious. They say themselves. Yeah. I don't even have to. Because that was a solid blowjob joke right there. Yes.
You are correct. Some jokes are so obvious that you don't need to tell the audience directly. That is true.
But look. Never mind. So let's dive into this coronavirus thing. This whole quarantine. Okay. So here's where I'm coming from. This quarantine thing makes me want to cut off my nuts and hang myself with them.
Is that possible?
I mean, I don't think anyone's ever tried. I mean, I don't know. There's some weird shit out there. But if anyone has tried, let me know. Because I would love to find out if somebody literally tried to hang themselves with, like, the cords that come out of their nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what I was saying.
Mm-hmm. You know, a rope will do.
Yeah. So whatever. Mm-hmm. How about just nuts and then go find a rope?
Yeah, and then go find a rope. And
okay. I'm way too extroverted. I am way too extra. I cannot function. So
social distancing is now a new buzzword catchphrase that everybody is supposed to follow. And it's like, finally, something that I am like a seasoned professional at. It gets to be the thing that everyone's supposed to do. I'm an expert at social distancing already. So it's like, look who's laughing now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not to be that guy, but all that social distancing means to me is I'm not getting laid very much. And I don't like that.
Oh no, Chad's sad.
Chad's sad.
Chad not get sex. Chad's sad.
Chad no bang. Chad no happy. Chad no feel joy.
So yeah, this is Revenge of the Introverts, really. It looks like in all our middle school squabbles, I'm coming out on top thanks to some dumbass in China who ate a bat.
Frank's like, I know for a fact one of these days God will get mad at all the sin, and God will send a dumbass to eat a bat that will cause the next pandemic. And by the time I'm a senior in high school, Tyson will feel my wrath.
Yes, God is on my side.
Well, shit. I mean, dude, the only thing on my side is boredom and postpartum depression at this point. Mm-hmm. Like, did I just say postpartum depression?
Post what depression?
Yeah, that's why.
Did you just?
We're just gonna forget
did you just make up?
Yeah, I did. We're just gonna forget that I said that. I don't know.
Postpartum? Like, what did you say?
I think so.
Postpartum depression. I'm gonna tell people I have that now. And they're like, what are you talking about? I say, well, if you know.
Listen, guys, if you ever need someone to talk to
about your postpartum depression.
Frank's always here because, frankly, I wouldn't give two shits. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Tyson George, world's worst counselor. World's worst therapist.
Honestly.
So tell me about your parents.
It's more like, what the fuck?
No, so tell me about your parents. Well, you know, they were always so cold and distant, and I never felt loved by them. Okay, who fucking... Tell me something interesting already.
It's like a... This is gonna be so fucking bad, so I apologize. It's like I'm therapying a girl. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't really care. What's your bra size?
That can affect you psychologically.
Oh, yeah. I remember me and a bunch of... Okay, bear with me on this next one. I remember me and my friends were watching porn.
Just, you know, together.
It was group counseling for the quarantine thing, you know. We were just...
When was this?
We were knocking out our boredom and our horniness all at once.
So wait, was this actually recently, or was this long time?
Yeah, this was like a week ago. Kid you fucking not.
I thought group porn viewing was more of a younger man's endeavor. Am I not with it?
You're not with it.
Okay, I've got it.
So back to the story about me being with it.
Yeah. Me being cool. Because I don't want to watch porn alone.
So it was a lesbian one, and this bitch hurts her neck in a construction accident. She's shoveling, like, I swear, dude, like, the amount of dirt she was shoveling, if you turn that into weed, you probably could have sold it for $20.
Okay.
Like, it was nothing. This bitch is like, oh, my neck. Strains her neck, apparently. Goes to the female doctor with the biggest fucking tits ever. And she's all like, yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, touch on your body to, like, help your neck injury, right? So, next thing you know, we're 5 minutes into this thing. This bitch goes into the doctor for a neck injury and is getting her tits fondled with. And it's like, all of a sudden, my friend looks over to me. He's like, neck injury? I'm like, obviously, you massage breasts to fix a neck injury. So then there was this girl sitting right next to me while we were watching all this, right?
Okay.
I look at her, and she looks at me. And I started doing it, right? I started doing what I see on the screen.
Neck injury.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm fixing your neck injury.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Well, this isn't
No,
This isn't
no
fondling your breast.
don't get the wrong idea.
Listen, ladies, if a man wants to come around and fondle your breast, it's
He's
because
worried about your neck.
It's because he's worried about your neck.
Yeah.
And in the video, there was a lot of lower back too. So if he ever starts groping your ass, he's worried about your lower back.
Lower back, yeah.
Lower back, yeah.
I mean that can often be a problem for women. I mean that's a common medical issue, you know, neck and lower back.
Especially when I'm done with them. All right. So after the So after that, then we watched this one where these chicks just stood in front of a green screen and slowly got taller and taller until their clothes couldn't fit on them.
That's weird. That's pretty weird.
Me and my friend looked at each other and we're like, and simultaneously we say, we've hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
And to me, I believe that right there, ladies and gentlemen, watching that kind of porn, that's rock bottom.
Yes, when you're in a shelter-in-place quarantine environment, illegally having friends over, like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Except we're not watching porn.
I'm pretty sure I can fix that if you want.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right. Anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the best way to have Tyson George on the Frank Hurley podcast show is if one, everything goes to shit.
Yeah. Which check.
And two, if it's actually illegal for me to be here.
No, you're literally like, if the cops find this,
we're fucked.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Or 90 days in jail.
In all fairness, though, I with the friends that I have right now, we're all really fucking stupid. Like we're all.
Oh yeah, that's a good excuse.
No. Hear me out. I'm not involving you.
Your
in
Honor,
this.
me and my friends are all really fucking stupid.
I'm gonna go ahead and scoot a little closer to you because I'm a little out of frame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, now it's nice and cute. So, I have a competition with my friends going.
What's the competition?
Who can get the most misdemeanors?
This is going to be the Alex Uncensored podcast all over again, isn't it? So,
shout out to Alex Minu, bro.
Tyson, hypothetically, if you weren't joking and you were actually telling the truth about that, hypothetically, maybe, what would you be up to?
Neither of us have got any. It's kind of pissing me off.
Well, okay, so you have to get caught in order for it. You can't just commit a misdemeanor. You have to.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want this to be released. I want me being on a podcast to be my first misdemeanor.
So who has the most misdemeanors?
Nobody so far.
Nobody.
The fucking thing just fell into place.
Are you guys actually trying, or is it just like?
Yeah,
how?
we have. I've been home for maybe a total of 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah.
Since this whole quarantine thing started, I've been out and about. I literally went and talked to a cop. Fucking nothing.
You weren't doing anything wrong.
I'm sucking at something that I want to not suck at.
Yeah. So how, like, okay, but theoretically, if you were talking to that cop, would a misdemeanor be to like punch him, or is that worse?
No, a misdemeanor is if you get caught outside of your house for any reason other than picking up meds, buying groceries.
Oh, okay, so you're talking about quarantine, quarantine.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about general. I thought you were talking about general misdemeanors.
Now I can understand the fucking reaction you gave me. Okay. No.
I thought this has been going on for like 2 years at this point.
No, quarantine misdemeanors. Okay, quarantine misdemeanors. No, trust me. I've been pulled over.
The thing about quarantine misdemeanors is that now you're specifically like trying to kill old people now. You know?
I mean, that wasn't the main goal, but I guess if we're talking long run,
is this a rebellion against the government for them trying to, slow the spread of the virus, or like what?
It's mostly just to see who can get the most misdemeanors.
Okay, but is there no guilt? Because I'm not saying that I'm holier than thou and that I have a broader perspective on everything, and I know that it is right and it is the good thing. It is the good thing to do to just stay hunkered down in your house and practice full on social distancing because we want to save old people, right? Who knows? But
as long as I personally don't kill any old people, I'm gonna keep doing.
But you don't. But you don't feel like a little bit of guilt, because even if you say, well, Frank, that's just what the media tells you is what is that you have to practice social distancing. It's all a psyop. You don't feel like you're being a bad person?
Not in the least.
Okay.
No, I have absolutely zero shame.
But you would have shame. So let's just say that there was an 80-year-old person walking down the street, and you went up and you were driving, and you like specifically hit them in a hit and run, right? Like you tried to kill them.
20 points.
Okay, so I think we're on a different level of seriousness here with this exchange. But like, you would feel shame for that, right?
Well, okay, listen. If I were aiming for them, obviously I did it on purpose. Why would I feel shame for something I did on purpose? Usually.
Yeah.
But if it was an accident, yeah, I'd probably try to hang myself in prison. Like, well, granted though, if they were 80, they had it coming soon enough, but
Yeah.
still.
But like, so at what point do you feel like you are not contributing to the spread of the virus by like making it a point to be out and about? Or is your mindset behind this like you're rebelling against the overly, in your perspective, the overly restrictive rules that the county set in place? Or like, well, what's your, I don't know. Answer the question, even though it was
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of a way. So, I've yet to catch coronavirus.
as far as you could be asymptomatic.
Yeah, no, I could be a carrier, but not symptomatic. That's true. But as of right now that I know of, I haven't caught coronavirus. I don't plan on catching coronavirus because I do stay clean. I wash my hands. I shower. I if I touch a fucking doorknob, I have wipes in my car, all that other shit. I use hand sanitizer, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I get to stay in my house and not go see my friends for however fucking long. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Okay.
But I do have to say, this whole quarantine thing, I'm living my life the same way I always live my life. And it's, if I want to do something, I do it. If I don't want to do something, I don't do it.
Okay.
Simple as that.
And you don't feel that that's being too selfish in a time of collective need?
Sorry, let me fix this.
All right. The cable is super short. So.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's all right. There we go. Like, is that better? Like, is the audio still good?
Yeah, you're just a little bit out of frame if you look at the
shit
thing. But whatever.
Yeah, whatever. There we go.
They can't see us anyway. We're surrounded by gray.
Yeah. Just act like he has a super attractive guest on, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Where the fuck were we?
So, do you feel like you're acting selfishly by not changing your lifestyle based on the quarantine?
I guess you could say that, in different, I could definitely see why people would think that. I could definitely see why people are like, oh, this fucking guy just doesn't care, this, that, and the other thing. But here's the thing. I'm not about to get depressed sitting in my house, not being able to see people because society has this idea that, oh, if you're out and about during quarantine, you're obviously not, you're unsafe. You're not, one sec, I got you. You're unsafe. You're not taking precautions. You don't care if people, die or whatever. When that's not the case, I'm very smart about when I'm out and about. I have been staying home more often, but I can't do it. Like, I stayed at a girl's house last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was, I guess sex was implied or whatever, but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't stay home. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I can't do that whole stay home shit.
So, but maybe this is a good opportunity for you to hone your skills at not being depressed, even if you're alone.
Yeah, I don't have those skills.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's like the, I feel like, no, never mind. I didn't have any good thoughts.
All depression, all anxiety, all fear.
Yeah.
All suicidal.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think, I do think that it maybe is one, and again, Revenge of the Introverts. This might be one other, like, way in which, it's just something that I've noticed is that hardcore extroverted people, not to cast judgment too much, but do have a little bit of a fear of being alone, or like an aversion.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a fear, but I definitely hate the feeling of being alone. I hate not really having anybody around, even though, shit, with these things, with phones and everything, everybody's at your fingertips, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't just sit down and do like a self podcast, like it has to be banter, it has to be one-on-one. I thrive when it comes to conversation. I thrive when it comes to human interaction. I thrive when it comes to somebody actually being able to look at me, actually being able to see me and give me facial responses, body language. And I think, being extroverted, you need that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You need body language, you need facial expressions, you just need you need to be able to see the smile when you hear the person laugh, not just to hear them over the phone or some shit like that, or, just different things. And it really, it helps. I don't know. It definitely helps when you're just like, I want to slit my wrist. Like, it's just, and I'm not saying that I'm suicidal in any way, self-harm in any way, but I'm just saying when you're really down and out and you're just like, fuck my life, it really helps for an extrovert to have somebody or multiple people there.
Yeah. And again, I think it probably... that ultimately humans are like a social creature. We're not tigers where it's just like you're in it for yourself. We're more like lions. And
well, even lions stick to a pack, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that tigers are solitary, but lions have their little pride or whatever it's called. But I think that's a good question, is what actually separates introverts from extroverts?
Battery. So introverts can be around people. Yeah. Introverts, it's totally fine. The difference between an introvert and an extrovert is that usually extroverts, their battery gets their like energy level gets charged by being around people, whereas introverts, their battery gets drained by being around people, and they need to go and kind of be solitary by themselves in order to kind of recharge their battery. Introverts, and so being introverted and being shy are two completely different things. Yeah. I know some guys that are some of the best people persons that I know. I said that wrong, but you get the idea. Yeah. But after, 5 hours of just being around a shit ton of people, they're like, all right, I got to go home. I just want to, I want to get a cup of coffee. I want to eat some chips, and I just want to chill out in my living room for a few hours. Or they could last the whole day, but by the time they go home, they don't even touch their phone. They just crash out, and then they wake up the next morning.
Well, don't you think it's in the nature of hanging out with people is tiring, because you're doing stuff, you're talking, you're thinking about a lot of different things. Usually there's some activity that you're doing. I think a lot of people might say, well, I get tired out.
Physically you get tired. I'm talking about mentally. Extroverts will stay on, and actually, if they're feeling tired or if they're feeling down, being around people will actually like kind of like trigger or turn on their senses more. So being around people for me, like if I'm just having a gloomy day, like I'm just tired, like I'm not really sad or anything, it's just like nothing's going on, and I'm around somebody, boom, my energy spikes. Yeah. Whereas introvert, his energy could stay the same even though he'll interact, or he or she will interact with the said person that came over or said people that they're around, but it'll slowly start to drop.
Well, I often say it's like extroverts have you people have this thing where it's like it's a part of life that's just kind of obvious that you specifically make an effort to meet new people and expand your social horizons and stuff. Whereas for people, I would classify myself as a severe introvert, right? Whereas for people like me, that just seems strange. Like I meet people by chance, and that's cool, and it's cool to know people, but it's not a thing that I'm working on constantly.
Yeah. No, So my biggest thing, and this is one thing that I found, during just life in general, connections are key. Like let's say I want to go jet skiing, just some random. I know X, Y, and Z people that have jet skis, that have a lake house, and I know X, Y people who are willing to go this week, and I know X people who want to go by tomorrow because they're just like me. They're just spontaneous. They just want to fucking go and ride a fucking jet ski. Yeah. Well, no, we both have our glasses.
The world is so
on.
bright.
Yeah, no. Try wearing these shits and then realizing.
Hold on, let me try. just for seeing how much.
Do that until it says 36 right here.
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, my poor left eye.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is.
Yeah. Fuck your left eye. Anyway, so I gotta ask. I mean, I'm cool with Alex and everything. I didn't get to see that podcast.
Yeah.
But I heard that he definitely snitched on himself a little bit. What were some of the things that he discussed? And
he mainly discussed his journey with drugs.
Nice, Alex. Nice.
And how that's affected his life. And he told a bunch of stories. One of them, you were one of the unnamed people. I later found out.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one was this?
I forget what it was, but it had something to do with an interaction between two people where maybe the ages of the people weren't exactly what they seemed.
Wait.
I don't think you played a major
that was just
role.
Archer. The one that I'm thinking of had nothing to do with Alex, but I know Alex knows about it. But it was Archer, and it was a girl that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know. I honestly forget the specifics. I've just got to send you the link to the podcast because it's just unlisted. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that podcast. I thought it was a lot of valuable wisdom.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and then we talked about.
Well, I mean,
aliens
Alex is like, I think. I mean, you know Tom Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think one of the most Alex things that I've ever experienced, and sorry if I'm exposing you on this one, but so me and Tom are getting ready to go to this bonfire that was set up in kind of like a sort of unbeknownst memorial sort of thing for Archer after he passed away.
Yeah.
And so we're over by Safeway. We're gonna go and steal some pallets from the back of the store, put them in my car and dip. And we're gonna have our buddy who has a fake buy a shit ton of alcohol. But we go over there and we see Alex and we followed Alex and Tate to the Safeway because we were out getting pizza and we saw Alex, Tate, and some other fucking guy, and they drove to Safeway and we followed them there because what we were gonna do, that they had the idea for that. So we park. Alex is getting some stuff out of the back of his car. Tom walks over to him. I'm like, oh, what's up, Alex? And I dab him up. He's like, what's going on, Tyson? He's bent over, like, in his car, right? Mm-hmm. And Tom comes up, grabs him by the waist, and just starts dry humping him. And I'm like, oh, what's been going on, Alex? He's like, oh, nothing, this, that, and the other thing. And then he goes, yeah, and now I'm getting fucked in the ass by Tom. And this is after I shook his hand. I wanted to go wash my hands after that shit, but just shit like that. And it was right in front of Tate. Yeah. It's just shit like that is the reason why I will 100% put Alex in the Legends book. He will definitely go down in history in my book for sure.
Yeah. How's Tom doing?
You remember that super fucking gay guy, Louis Castro from Watsonville? He was 2 grades ahead of me.
I wouldn't remember someone 2 grades ahead of you.
He was a senior when you were a freshman. He's super famous for being just gay as fuck.
I don't know who you're talking about.
So he's dating his sister.
Okay.
And like, you know, as far as I know. No, that's a fucking lie. You know what? Let's not discuss Tom because I can't really talk about Tom without just exposing the absolute shit out of my brother. Like he
All right, never mind about Tom.
I remember. So that bonfire. Or no, it was the next bonfire. We were at Paul Kane's house with 2 girls.
Okay.
Not to be named. And needless to say, I kind of want to take this one to the grave. So I think I'm just going to take this one to the grave because oh my god, Tom. Calm your shit. This kid's got like 26 bodies. Like calm your shit.
All right, well, we can just leave that one up to the listeners' imaginations.
Oh, some people know for sure. There were a lot of Monte Vista kids at that party.
Okay.
But the thing is, Tom, because of his parole, couldn't go to the bonfire. Gave some kisses goodbye, and needless to say, yeet skeet skedaddled out to his house because he had to catch an Uber, and he was still ended up being late. Because I think it's 9 o'clock that he has to be home. But you know, so you know, Tyler whatever.
Oceano or something.
Yeah, Oceano.
I remember him.
So do you remember water sports camp?
No.
When like me, Brandon, Alex, and Isaac all went to the lake for youth group.
Oh yeah, I sort of.
So that's where I met Tyler.
Okay.
I don't know why I brought this up. I'm just kind of thinking about all the Monte Vista kids I know.
Yeah.
He's at Salinas now, but and then Nico Issy.
Nico is for
He's something else, but I mean, I think the main like reason I know so many fucking people at Monte Vista is because of Archer. And me and Archer pulled off some shit one night. It was me, Archer, and another unnamed individual in Paul Kane's house at 3 a.m. when not even Paul knew we were there. 3 people in his house. No idea that they were there. All of a sudden, his dad comes downstairs. We ended up getting out of the house, and I'll explain this story a lot later when all the exposure one come around. But that girl goes to Monte Vista. And I think that... Where was I going with this? I think the reason I know so many Monte Vista people is because Archer was a lot like me in the way that he didn't function too well when he wasn't around people. You know? And I think, you know, I mean, y'all can get mad at me for this one, and, you know, God bless Archer, but I think that a big reason, you know, he killed himself was because he wasn't around people that gave a shit at the time. You know, his brothers were there and all, but they were distracted, and they had no idea that what was going to happen. And, you know, he thought he didn't really have anybody. And as many friends as he had, and as how many people loved him, it just blows me away that Archer Shaw didn't think he had anybody. It's just fucking crazy, man, you know. But he's the reason I know Alex. You know, I pulled up to his... I got into my very first car accident ever driving with Archer in the car on the way to Alex's house.
Wow. You know, you're all tied into a section of the Monte Vista population.
Yeah.
What's like... So you went to Watsonville. I almost said Aptos High. That's embarrassing. You almost went to... What am I talking about? I can't speak. You went to Watsonville High School.
I went to Watsonville High all 4 years.
But you know everyone in the general Tri-County area pretty much. What's the public's... Because I feel like I live a slightly sheltered life. What's the public's general perception of Monte Vista? Like, what words come to mind about Monte Vista to someone who's just from Watsonville?
Aptos, but rich.
Okay.
Yeah. We think that all the girls are hoes and they're addicted to coke. I'm going off the stereotypes.
Yeah.
And all the guys are jocks, and more than half of them take steroids. And yeah.
All right.
Granted, though, I was a contributing factor to the whole Monte Vista hoe thing by participating, so to speak. So I can't really say anything.
How dare people judge people by their stereotypes?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the thing about, I mean, I think even within Monte Vista, I kind of don't get the full experience because I'm not in like the jock world. I'm not really... There's this whole entire section of the Monte Vista student population that it's like, you know, it's not an issue or anything. I just happen to not be you know, come into contact with them a lot. And so, you know, even then, I like to think of myself as, you know, not some academic person because I'm not a very skilled academic student or whatever, but I think I'm still mostly in that crowd, right? And so, yeah, I just don't know. Like all the people from Monte Vista that you know, besides like Alex and sort of Tom, like I never really.
Well, I know a lot of females too.
Yeah.
Not a lot of girls. Like,
but like I probably don't know most. Like I know plenty of people at Monte Vista, but I feel like your section of the student population doesn't really overlap with my section that much.
Well, I mean, let me think. Do you know Brianna Fowler?
No.
Do you know Krista Gonzalez?
That name sounds familiar, but no.
Sophia Bonjordan?
Nope.
Fuck.
I'm telling you.
Amit Claire?
Oh, I've heard of Amit Claire.
Amon Claire?
Amon Claire. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one is which. I don't know which one's older or younger.
Christian. I don't know. There's like a shit ton of really good wrestlers too, but girls. Sam I have no idea how to pronounce her last name, but it's like her Instagram's like Sam Vran, so it's like Sam Vallejo. I want to say Vallejo, but I know that's wrong.
Yeah. I mean that. No, I think we're learning the lesson that.
These are kids from your fucking school.
Yeah, I know. I don't know everyone in my dang school, especially not people who aren't in the same grade as me.
Yeah, I just named like, let me think, a bunch of juniors and one freshman.
Yeah, exactly. But what's your personal what's your personal perception of Monte Vista? Like how much do you feel like you know about such a place?
There are some hoes at that school. Oh my god, bro. Like, no, I kid you not. People think Watsonville's bad. People think, well, Aptos is fucking terrible. But people think Watsonville's bad. People think Aptos is bad. PV's bad. Go to Monte Vista and you will realize the hoe population is through the fucking roof.
Okay.
I could walk on campus.
See, here's the thing. I don't have very good hodar, I guess, because like I go to Monte Vista every day, and I've never like actually attended a different high school, so I can't compare the perception, like what it's like to go to Monte Vista going to another high school.
I went to Watsonville all 4 years.
Yeah, but I feel like you have a foot in each little puddle to the extent that you can kind of get a little bit of a better idea of the population at each school.
No, very, very true. But, I also, let me just readjust myself here. I'm sitting on 2 fucking pillows. Yeah, right now I'm actually sitting on 2 pillows. That's why I'm so high up. I'm pretty fucking short, so.
Yes.
Let me adjust this. My biggest thing is that, like, all the girls in Monte Vista are very clean.
You've got your mic is like you're talking into this part. You got to talk into.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All the girls in Monte Vista are clean. Just like you think about Monte Vista, and you think clean. You know what I mean? Like you think rich, clean, white.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those equal hoe. Female, white, clean, rich. That's a hoe.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's so many different kinds of hoes, but those are the incognito ones because you're just like, oh, it's a prissy
the good
little
reputation.
Yeah, the good reputation, but nah, them bitches be spreading them legs over Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there's that.
How many people at Watsonville like are super into academics and like get good grades at everything? Like, what percentage of the Watsonville population?
Unfortunately, it's not a very big amount. But the kids who do get good grades are like fucking rocket scientists.
Yeah.
Like I know a girl who's got a 4.8. I know
It's higher than anyone in my class at Monte Vista.
Really?
Yes, 4.7 something.
She's a junior too.
Yeah, I know the valedictorian. Basically going to be the valedictorian is like 4.7 something. So.
See. I mean, granted, that's also private school. Like, I know St. Francis, their fucking grading system is so strict and weird. It's like if you don't get like 100%, it's like not an A plus.
Monta Vista is pretty normal. It's just 90 and above is an A, 80 and above is a B.
That's how Wattsville
Yeah.
was. But St. Francis, it's like 90 to 92 is an A minus, or no. Oh, that's what it is. It's the same letter grades, but it changes GPA. So like, a 4 would be an A plus.
Yeah.
A 3.8 would be an A, and then a 3.
Oh, okay.
5 or 6 would be a fucking A minus. Like it's just fucking weird. I fucking hate that school.
Okay.
I really hate St. Francis. Like just everything about it sucks. I really like a lot of the people there. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the people there are really good friends of mine. Fucking hate the school though.
I've had enough of the 3D glasses.
Oh yeah, it was. Just,
I felt like I was looking through my right eye with both eyes.
Yeah.
The red side is darker than the cyan side. Now you look really cool.
There's so many things we could delve into.
Yeah.
Let me think.
What's my
I
guess
still smell like perfume, but
okay. My guests always wind up interviewing me, and I think it's because I'm not assertive enough. But now I'm just gonna. Nah, never mind.
was that the? Oh no, I'm just gonna.
No, that was not. So you said there's so many things we could delve into. What do you want to delve into? What do you think needs to be gotten off of your chest now that we're in a live broadcast forum?
I mean, we could definitely dive into some stories.
Yeah.
I mean, let's hop on the production value of monster chickens. Shotguns and metal things.
We have already discussed that they were poor. That's all that needs to be known.
So
Great.
So
You're not towards the mic, by the way.
So for everyone who doesn't know, I'm gonna be sending a fucking link to like the Monta Vista. Oh, but wait, it's over for the rest of the year, isn't it?
Not necessarily for the rest of the year.
I thought that they canceled prom and graduation for you guys, didn't they?
No. It might be canceled. There's a high chance it'll be canceled, but not yet.
That fucking sucks. If I couldn't go to prom my senior year, damn.
Tell me about it. And you know what's even worse? It's like imagine you have a kid, right? And the kid gets murdered.
Oh, fuck.
That would suck, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine you have a kid and the kid mysteriously disappears. It's even worse because now you have this like little tiny glimmer of hope that maybe you'll find him. You've got search parties looking for the kid. Maybe he was kidnapped. Maybe he just got lost and maybe he's somewhere else. And you keep on thinking, and maybe a year goes by and no sign of the kid, no sign of the body. You don't know if he's dead. I mean, the kid's obviously dead, but all you can think is just have this slight, tiny little light at the end of the tunnel of like optimism and hope. But even when you think that, it's probably bullshit. And it just, like, to a lesser extent, that's what my situation is like right now, I'd almost rather the kid just be dead already and we find the body. But no, we might still get a graduation ceremony. We might still have prom. We might get to go back to school. I might not have just had my last day of actual high school recently. So I get to have this irresistible little, like, sliver of optimism that I feel bad for thinking because I know that rationally it's unlikely.
So let's say it actually happens, you get graduation and prom.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go back and watch this podcast and just like be like, fuck?
What do you mean?
Like wow, I really didn't think it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean that'll be a good story because it'll put me through an emotional bender, but I'll still get the I'll still get a happy ending.
So, all I can think of is shout out class 2019 and shout out class 2021.
Yeah. Class of 2020 is the best class still.
Here's a question for you, Frank. You're gonna be legal
in June.
In June, yeah.
Legal to get a Costco card, buy spray paint, get welfare checks.
Have sex.
Well, yeah. I will be granted a lot of privileges that I didn't have beforehand.
A bank account?
Bank account? Oh, no, I have a bank account.
No, like an actual bank account. Like
Okay.
a full bank account.
Oh, okay.
It's great when your parents can't monitor the shit you've been spending your money on. Yeah, I don't do drugs. But there's a lot of other shit. Let me think, man. Cool if I take the sweater off.
It is cool.
Hot.
Yeah, the heater's on. It messes with the audio. You know what? This is just going to be like a really sexy part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Where we take off our outer layers.
Take out your tampons, ladies.
Oh, yeah. I could not... Man, I'm really failing at taking off this hoodie.
Mine's down there.
All right, and here we are.
Back at it again.
Yep. So, any advice that you have for someone whose high school career will be over soon and will be an adult with responsibilities? Having, you're just pretty much just a year ahead of me. What did you learn in the first year?
Get a fucking job as soon as possible.
Okay.
Get a job and just, for that summer at least, enjoy yourself before all the fucking responsibilities start piling on. Make it so putting gas in your tank and going to work is your only two major priority responsibilities. Because pretty soon you're going to pay for your fucking phone bill, you're going to pay for your fucking insurance, your fucking car's going to break down, you're going to have to pay for that shit. Just enjoy yourself while you can.
Okay.
And that goes out to everybody. Get a job so you have money so you can go and fuck around and do stupid shit. You know what I did? I got paid for 2 jobs at the same time. You know what I did with that money? I got bored one night and drove to LA, went to Disneyland, had sex in a trailer, and just had a blast.
Yeah.
Because I can and because I had the money. Mm-hmm. Get a job, keep the job, focus on working your ass off. That's literally it.
All right, that's worthy advice. I have no idea what my college landscape
and
looks like.
don't do drugs, okay? Just don't do it. Like any sort of drug. All right, I know everyone's addicted to fucking nicotine right now with the whole puff bar thing going on. Been there, done that. Don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what my college landscape looks like. I'm going to get decisions from a couple of schools, and if they give me a fat enough scholarship, we might be able to feasibly, send me to a legit film school, right? Or a legit film program.
Yeah, I had my eyes on the prize for that for a while, but right now I'm actually, I might need your help soon.
Okay.
On a more personal level. Right now I've got a script going right now. It's a really big script. Actually, fuck it. Sam's probably not gonna see this thing. We're supposed to keep this thing under wraps, but fuck it, I'm gonna expose it. Me and Sam, we're making a script. So basically, these 4 friends, they go to a Halloween party, and they drop acid and they get all fucked up. Uh-huh. They dip from the party because they think it's fucking lame, and they're like, they're walking down the street, and this homeless guy's begging to them. Well, have you ever seen Clockwork Orange?
No.
Do you know anything about Clockwork Orange?
I know that the eyes get pried open and the guy's dropping little droplets into the eyes.
So same movie.
Singing in the rain while he's kicking the guy.
Yeah, so it's that scene. So that's that scene we took inspiration from is this homeless guy, he's begging on Halloween. They're all fucked up. They're drunk. They're on acid. And acid's just a trip drug, but they're also really plastered too. Uh-huh. So they beat the shit out of the guy, and they're walking away, and they all look back, and they see the guy's eyes glowing red, and he's like mumbling something under his breath before he just kind of passes out from the pain. And they're all like, dude, you guys all see that? Yeah, bro, did you all see that? They all think it's like their fucking acid trip.
Yeah.
When in reality, that was a demon. There was a demon living inside that guy. Got pissed off that just got the shit kicked out of it. Cursed all of them, and they all die in like fuck ass ways. Like, it's gonna be a while before this movie gets made. Everyone will forget about what the fuck I'm talking about in this podcast by the time. So I'm just gonna tell you. So one guy kills himself off screen at an insane asylum. One guy goes crazy and rips open his medicine cabinet and just takes all the prescriptions as possible. This other guy is trying to kill the very last survivor, the one that actually survives everything, and trips and falls because of how sleep deprived he is. It's part of the plot, and hits his head on a fire hydrant, busts its head open, has a small seizure, and then dies. The very last guy has to sell his soul to Satan to get relieved from like the stuff that's going on to him, which is we're gonna make it like some fucked up stuff, by the way. And he ends up selling his soul to Satan. So basically, he gets to live out the rest of his life as he was supposed to, with his clock ticking down as everybody's does, during life to death. Except now he's gonna go and be Satan's servant when he dies. And so every time he sees a clock, it flashes to like years, months, weeks, days, minutes, or hours, minutes, and seconds. Yeah. Before he bites the fucking bullet. And he has a rule: he can't kill himself. Ah.
Why would you? I mean, does he want to be Satan's servant?
I think the anticipation could kill people. Okay. Anticipation. So it's like when people literally say the anticipation's killing me. It's like that's so much anxiety. You know what I mean?
I can see that. So what is the majority, if I may ask, is the majority of the runtime spent on the 4 characters getting killed off, and then you like the ending is like this protagonist is left off with this anxiety, or is there more time spent like delving into the psychological state of someone who knows what's going to happen once he dies?
It's so the haunting, the demon curse affects all in different ways. One of them, I forget about the first one, but one of them gets like sleep paralysis, but like during the day. Yeah. And he's constantly seeing like this one particular demon, and the demon would charge at him and come for him, but then just dissipate. And so he just couldn't take it anymore, so he kills himself. This next guy is constantly hearing whisper like in his ears constantly. He finally fucking goes crazy because he can understand the whispers, but the audience can't. So the way the audience will understand the whispers is by what the guy's doing. So if all of a sudden you hear and the guy starts banging his head on the fucking wall. I'm just using this as an example. I'm not sure if we're actually gonna use that idea. The whispers are telling him to bang his fucking head on the wall. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that's why that's the guy that just downs all the pills and kills himself, because that's what the whispering has been telling him to do. Yeah. Another one is it's more of like an actual voice telling him what to do, and he can't get rid of it. So right before he's chasing the last kid down the street, because the voice keeps him up. The voice won't let him sleep. So he's been awake for, 4 or 5 days at a time. He wants to just wants to die because it's like the Russian sleep experiment or Nazi sleep experiment where they just kept him awake. He's fucking going crazy. So finally, on top of him going crazy, he's at his friend's house because he's just like wandering through the streets. His friend pulls him in, happens to be one of the friends he was with. And he goes in the bathroom and he has a blade on him somewhere. Yeah, we're not sure where he's keeping it. We're thinking about having it like be really, really fucked up. And he actually has like a razor blade wedged inside the skin. So he just, gets in there and pulls it out, or some sort of like prison type shank. Otherwise, we'll just keep it simple, keep it easy, not make it too over the top for no fucking reason whatsoever. Yeah. And we'll just say he has a blade on him like in his pocket or, tucked in his pants. And so the voice is telling him to kill his friend. Voice is telling him, you got to kill this guy. And so he's in the bathroom. He's freaking out, like, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. So finally he's just like, fuck. And so he runs out of the bathroom and tries to attack his friend. There's a struggle. They somehow get outside the house. Friend's running away. He's like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I'm so sorry. He's chasing him with a knife, and he starts to, because he's exerting so much energy and the sleep deprivation takes over, and he's fading in and out, and we'll kind of get that sort of fade in and out sort of thing, just like that Call of Duty type cutscene shit. Trips, falls, smacks his head on a fire hydrant, and he starts seizuring while I'm foaming at the mouth, and then and he'll fucking die. And that's the last dude to die. The one he was chasing is the guy that has to sell his soul, the devil that sees the time on all the clocks. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what we'll see what comes of that. That's cool that you guys are planning ahead for something big.
Yeah, no, it should be really big actually. Like we want it to be way better than our Vietnam video. So
yeah.
But I'm not sure what the working title is yet. I think it's like, I don't know. I want it to be something like probably like Curse of the Underworld or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It sounds cheesy and it sounds cliche, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Fucking Curse of the Underworld.
Curse,
you know what I mean?
the
Like
Underworld.
some shit like that. And it's gonna be unbelievably explicit. Because like
I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking teenagers having a conversation, you know? Like it's supposed to be teenagers having a conversation. It's supposed to be like cussing, this and the other thing.
Yeah. All right. Much like this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly.
Well, it's been great to have you on. We'll see, where the future leads us in all different directions.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands and stuff, and I guess don't get too many misdemeanors. But this is where we're gonna be about to sign off.
All right, sounds good. It was good being on here. I guess just have a lot of sex, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, sex is the key. Have lots of sex.